profit really easily. He has very high trends and not get pressured too hard in the lane. Maybe they're just thinking, okay, if we can just get away with this laning stage and we get enough farm, maybe they'll have a chance at just winning this one big team fight and just going high ground right up. And surprisingly, GH is going to play Enigma. So Liquid played Enigma about 4 or 5 times in their last 15 games, and Mind Control played it every single time. So this is going to be the first time GH is that Enigma.
Is this? I mean, they don't have a black hole cancel, do they? Oh, they've got the Winter's Curse actually.
Yeah, they have Winter Wyvern.
Yeah. Okay, that gives them something at least. So yeah, it was kind of surprising, as you say, to see the GH Enigma coming out, but pretty hype as well. Hoping to see him making some plays on that hero. And Mind Control going on the Sand King. I think that might be a response to the Naga Siren there. You just want to get that AoE hero becoming a core on the Sand King and being able to be just a bit more active and pushing lanes really hard and such like that. I guess kind of Enigma does it the same way, but Liquid, just a choice for them.
No, that's actually perfect, because the Sand King needs to be the one. It needs to be the main hero who's gonna push out all the lanes and make space for the Terrorblade to be able to farm. So if that was a support Sand King, he's gonna be very level deprived and he won't be able to push out the lanes as fast. That was a really good decision on Liquid's end to Sand King porting core. Venomancer will be going mid against Pops then.
Alright, we'll see how that matchup turns out. I feel like that's not too bad for the Venomancer, but definitely not a lane which Thompson's going to be completely shut down in. That does seem to happen a fair amount these days. Thompson, he's a mustard player. He either completely destroys mid or he loses mid. There doesn't seem to be much of an in-between. Did you see the Silencer game?
It did not.
He played Silencer, I believe, versus Secret. It nearly worked until it didn't, and then it looked really bad because he's a very squishy mid laner who just got blown up all the time.
Oh, this guy has no chill. Oh, this guy has no chill.
Yeah, he really likes playing this kind of a hipster mid hero, where nobody really expects them to go middle.
He certainly does, as GH just completely destroys that treant there with the conversion. Alright, so let's get into this matchup here. So we have Liquid versus OG in a best-of-3 series in the playoffs for the EU qualifiers for the Epicenter Major. The winner of this match will go through to the versus Alliance to make it through the lower bracket. So if they want to take the easy route, they gotta win this series, but certainly not the be-all and end-all for either of these teams. But NIP are looking particularly scary right now, and I don't think that's a very easy concept to come up against them, so definitely not wanting to really fall down to that lower bracket either. So we start off with No Tail. He's actually going to be able to get this rune by himself here. I think he's kind of surprised by this as they pick themselves up 3 runes. This keeps happening. Liquid keep giving away 3 runes.
Yeah, it's mainly because they don't want to expose the fact that they're trying to like aggro tri-lane or that, like, they don't want to expose their lane. So the moment that you show your supports and they see the items or they see a core and the items that he has, they already know like which lane that hero is committed. So you see the Terrorblade, he's actually blocking mid because he wants to see where the Nature's Prophet is, and then he wants to run to that lane. And suddenly the Nature's Prophet is just showing mid lane.
Mid.
So both teams are like trying to, you know, play around with each other's minds, and it seemed like it ended up where both heroes that didn't want to play against each other went to the mid lane. Now the NP is just gonna move towards the top lane, try to lane against the Sand King instead. Venom's rotating back to mid, play against them.
Goodness me. Alright, so
they've been looking for.
Yeah, so there's a bit of musical lanes going on right now between OG and Liquid, but it will be this way. One more thing I want to just mention about this TB pick. I do kind of worry for this Metamorphosis this game, because it's a big time which Terrorblade has to play around. On the side of OG, you've got Winter's Curse, you've got Song, you've even got Fissure to help you disengage from Miracle here. I feel like there's a high possibility that Metamorphosis is just gonna try and run away on OG every time that Metamorphosis gets popped and try and play around that timing. Ooh, Mind Control in some trouble. Might be a first blood jack into the tree with right clicks from Seb. Too much damage for the Scorpion to handle. Mind Control will go down the top lane, making that first blood for Seb.
Yeah, they got that Orb of Venom and the Sentry already in the lane, so it's not very easy for Mind Control to lane there. If he doesn't get this Sentry dewarded right now, he's gonna have a really, really difficult time. So he's gonna look for that Sentry. The OG see this and they're gonna want to tangle that Sentry right away. from
Yep,
Mind
they're
Control.
still going on to Mind Control again. He's back into lane and he just dies immediately. That is not the play, Mind Control. And this is going to be a long walk of shame back to this top lane for him.
This NP is gonna have absolute free farm and this fall really far behind. Bottom lane, Enigma is gonna come to help to Miracle. Gonna help him. Right now he's not having too good of a time since he had to use his Metamorph on lane first. Doesn't really have anything to contribute to laning stage.
Yeah, I mean, GH just has absolutely no items. He gives away that ring of health, but trying to do the best for Miracle here, just trying to give him some sort of lane, because right now these side lanes not going good for Liquid.
And with the whole musical lanes happening, Thompson actually had a pretty decent start.
Fisher onto Matu here. He's going to force him down the river. Thompson getting into position to try and bring him down here. It's a slow chase as Seb TP's in as well, and that Gale is going to land onto all three. The Boundless Strike comes in, just trying to keep him, slow him down. They could be able to get the jingle from the missing uphill. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it is. Jarek's just caping on top of Matu there. Even finding a kill in the mid lane. And they actually see GH here, and they got, wait a minute, this guy has no items. But a little bit of an awkward chase there. Jarek couldn't quite get the block across that pathway there. Meanwhile,
I'm not too sure.
Help the bottom.
Not too sure if Seb TPing mid for that kill is actually worth it, because he gave complete free farm to the Sanking in the top lane. Oh, but it seems like they're gonna switch the lanes now and Tops and top. So they're really adapting to the situation since NP couldn't go back to the top lane so easily. The monkey just up now. But during this time, Mind Control actually caught up. Like everything that he lost earlier, his CS is pretty much the same as all the other heroes in the game.
Yeah, that's kind of giving him away back in. I mean, has died twice, can't take that away. But you know, when you die first twice before you actually have any money, it doesn't really matter that much. And then, of course, giving him the space to catch back up again. It's not too bad for him. Yeah, he's actually equaling the farm of Miracle right now. It's a strange start to the game. This laning phase very interesting to spectate right now.
Miracle is just gonna bottom is just gonna be a complete trade and farm. Look, you can look at Miracle's HQ region. He has 8.2 without even needing any tangles.
Oh my God.
It's not like any of this pressure is doing anything to him, and he has 15 armor when he sits under the tower as well. He's very happy with this, but Anna, of course, is getting complete free farm. Also, I mean, it's like how we predicted the lanes will go, right? Sanking will solo top, and then Shaman plus the carry will be bottom with the ending ring of health to that hero. It just didn't predict the heroes. I mean, who's playing the heroes?
Yeah, soloing top on Mind Control rather than on Kuroki. So Jarek seems to be trying to set up onto Mind Control something here, but actually just wants to back himself up, especially with his illusion seemingly spotting him out here. Nice placement of this illusion actually by Matu just to spot Jarek's rotation.
Something to note as well, like I just realized the Earthshaker plus Monkey King opener they made. Oh, here's the bound.
Yes.
Jarek's got it.
Oh yeah, Jarek's a little bit too quick there before the burst strike came in. Well down at bottom. Yeah, it's all even Stevens as Jarek's picks up that other one up at top.
So I was saying, like, this combo is like one of their TI-8 combos they did, where like the Earthshaker can roam between the top lane and the mid lane, and with Monkey King you have like these double stuns and you can always like set up
out
really easy
Mind Control. Jarek's looking for the Fisher block, isn't even going to throw it down, just using the Enchant Tome for now running ahead, but the Bow Strike from Mind Control is going to allow him to get to this shrine, making the kill a little bit more difficult. Thompson's still going though, he's got that Jingu to bash him down with some heavy hits with the Boundless Strike. He'll get another kill onto Mind Control up here at top.
Mind Control's not having a good game.
You can say that again, but I mean, I guess that's kind of like the Enigma trade-off, right? He goes to the jungle, he kind of supports his bottom lane, throws all his money into Miracle. They're basically all-inning on this Terrorblade, and unfortunately, Mind Control is the sacrificial land.
So here comes the second impact from the Enigma. He's got his Ring of Health, he's got his Dominator, and there's a Catapult, but he's not going to take that, he's going to take the big creep set. And now they're going to put a lot of pressure on
Wukong's command up in the top lane as Matu comes in to try and poison him up, but Mind Control once again dropping low. He can't find a way out of the Wukong with the Boundless Strike in. Is it going to be enough to finish him off? Looks like he's actually going to survive just by stopping into the trees here. They've got the sentry up here by the secret shop, but he's just out of range of it. So Mind Control carrying in the tree line for now and letting out south, healing himself straight back up again.
Bottom tower.
Yeah, no tail. Taking some hits from Miracle here as he just gets to work on the tower. Meanwhile, Jarek's also stunned up by GH, throws in the fish and lands onto Tomb. With Arthur Nature coming through, doing a lot of damage to Kuroki, but not enough to stop him killing Jarek's. And no tail also going down under tower here. Liquid finding big kills here in the bottom lane and this tower.
Yeah, that was huge, and this is the Enigma's impact, right? He gets this really quick Dominator, rotates up to the off lane, gets the tower, and now this map has been opened up for Liquid, and OG are gonna feel some pressure now because they don't have any towers, and either are towers like low HP, so they're not really sure where they can make any movements at the moment, so they're gonna have to kind of react to whatever Liquid is doing in the map.
Kuroki pinging out the regen. Despite being on half health himself, he doesn't take it. What a great support. Although he might have to as Jarex is looking at it. Oh, it does take it in the end anyway. Anyway, so also the Hellbear Smasher from the Enigma helping out massively with that tower push just to give them all the attack speed. It's one of the, it's a really good, Kuroki. You called out a little bit. Jarex finds him. They have the observable down, but jumping up onto the high ground there. Little bit of misplay.
This is what we're talking about, the reaction, right? Like OG has to do. This is the Nature's Prophet just waiting for the Shadow Shaman to walk up the hill. He's not really like thinking about where he can try to take a tower at the moment. It's not really easy for them to just commit to one of the lanes when bottom tower has already been pushed and the waves are keep coming into you, and your teammates are really reliant on farm and levels. And this tanking, he's actually really happy to just stay top. Like, even though he's died 3 times, his only objective in this game is just to not let OG take this tower top for free. And he's doing a really good job at it because his tower is full health. And
yeah, doesn't take a single hit of damage.
Exactly, so...
Kill me rather than power, but now they're looking to punish. Wukong comes in with Seb rolling over as well. Fisher even being committed. They really want to get mind control here. He's into the tree line, out of mana, and the trees will find him. The right click comes in. Seb gets a kill. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, GH actually got the solo kill onto No Tail to respond to that. So, okay, well, I guess that's Black Hole down, but not really that important. Definitely worth it at this stage in the game to be using that as looking for Kuroki as well. The Boundless Strike and the Wrath of Nature ticking through a ton of damage. Kuroki, no chance of surviving here, coming too close to the top lane. I think they'll have to give up on this top tower. I think you cursed them there. 1437.
Yeah, they really have to commit a lot of heroes and stuff to the towers, and that was a really good play by OG. They brought their 2 Disablers and the Nature's Prophet to take it. Meanwhile, Wyvern is defending the bottom lane, and he's getting a lot of farm and XP. Like, he's level 6 without having to eat Tome. You don't normally see that for position 5 heroes in this patch. And the Naga was also free farming the whole. I think the top play only went poorly for Liquid because Enigma wasn't in position to pressure the bottom tower or connect to pressuring the mid tower, so they kind of lost top without really gaining anything on the map apart from that, you know, 1 Winter Wyvern kill, but it's not a really big.
Right. Yeah, it's only No Tail, unfortunately for No Tail, but he's used to living this life. GH though, he's getting a fair amount though. He's a chunky boy. He's got Helm of the Dominator and Arcane. We've engaging going on actually on some attunement here. There's once again OG just rotating in for the aggression here, and now they're looking at Kuroki as well. He's going to get picked up onto the tower by Ana, so 2 heroes going down here for OG, and they're going to get another tower, it looks like.
It's actually so beautiful the way that OG just collapse on towers and how they just find picks with their vision that they have.
That's
a really
done.
nice setup.
GH Winter's Curse is holding him still for the time being, throws down the Midnight Pulse, but it's not going to do him any good. The fish are kind of blocking him off, but the right click from Thompson is enough to finish the kill, so it doesn't really matter. Meanwhile, the middle tower will also fall at the same time, so OG really getting the gold coming in here as they pop the dust to find mind control. He tried to jump around the back and get a kill onto Zeb here. Didn't quite happen though. They're looking at mind control, but realize that he's probably not going to find this kill.
At this point, like, OG have pretty much taken control of this game. They have so much XP on all their heroes. They're not really lacking anything, and they're the ones who are like playing together as 4 and laying the Naga farm, while Liquid is like kind of split up all over the map with all their heroes. You can look at the map right now. Enigma's bottom, Sankey's top, Terrorblade's farming Ancients with his Metamorph, and Venomancer's middle. So anywhere that OG decide to commit 3 or 4 heroes to, they're definitely gonna like get a kill there. So here's the Monkey King setting up on the Enigma.
Yep, No Tail coming in to help him out as well, and guess what? Seb's got the TP. It seems like anywhere they go, they're just falling down, but at the same time, Liquid, they're still trying to farm this map as efficiently as possible.
And I feel this is the problem with Liquid kind of play style in what they play. It's like when they play against Secret, it's the same thing, where Secret play 4-1 and they just like niche farm, whereas Liquid like to farm all their cores.
Thompson onto Miracle here. He wants it. Oh, his tree gets took down. Miracle sees it. This could be a trouble, but thankfully, No-Tail is there to throw in Winter's Curse. And now Thompson comes cock up the wall, comes down onto Miracle. He needs to get himself out. He's got the Sunder, but Thompson doesn't have that much health either. It's barely a swap, but a swap will do as Miracle gets himself away. Meanwhile, they're wrapping around the back, and they actually find the kill onto Seb. Liquid turning up the aggression. No-Tail trying to get through the trees using that. Oh, into the... They're actually going to get away from this one. They don't have any way to see him inside those trees there, so with a flight, we'll be able to escape. And Thompson just jumped to a tree and TP'd himself away as well. So they only get Seb, but Seb's a pretty valuable kill. And more importantly, they kept Miracle alive.
Oh yeah, that was actually really... Because every time Seb goes off the map, they get like kind of 30 seconds of breathing space where they can just push out the map without getting punished for it. But then here he is, he's alive again, so...
Yeah, they're going straight away onto bottom once more. Matsu running himself away. They don't have the damage to finish him off, and KuroKy kind of giving his life for the cause, holding Thompson back and doing as much damage to him as he can. And Matsu realizing that he needs to actually keep hitting him to keep him locked down. He's really looking for this kill here. He's going to run right into the guy. Thompson's on top of him here. Turn around and beat him in. Thompson just getting to work in his bottom lane.
Killed Seb in the back.
Alright, so yeah, down again, and also Jerax as well up in the top lane. They commit the Epicenter and get the kill onto him also, so just so much action going across the map as these teams just trying to trade. It's a game of kills, which I really wasn't expecting. Nagasaran versus Terrorblade sounds slow, but these teams have just been completely trying to belt into each other right now as Thompson's still hunting for GH here, but now realizing that he's probably just going to have to settle for the creeps instead as GH runs towards him. He's got a black hole and there's a TP point near him, but Thompson playing it wisely, keeping his distance.
Yeah, it's like all these kills that OG have gotten, they have more kills than Liquid, but it feels like Liquid's kills have been more valuable, right? It's like they killed the Nature's Prophet a few times and they got the Sanking and the Earthshaker before he got Blink Dagger, yeah. So...
Mind Control, maybe in some trouble at top. Robin Nature comes ripping through and that is going to be enough to bring down Mind Control.
Yeah, look at Anna's network, he's actually like insanely fat, right? Gonna have
Monkey, Black Hole, onto Thompson. GH wants this kill, and in comes Jerax trying to save the day, but the Hex came out already onto the Monkey King. Thompson needs to get himself out and should be able to do so. Now the Echo Time comes down onto GH, holding him down and allowing OG to find the trade. That's not even a trade actually, as Thompson gets himself away. And they're not done here. Boundless Strike onto KuroKy here. Jerax closes the gap, and there's a right click coming in from Seb to finish off KuroKy. And Matsu can all but watch on this Venomancer, feeling a little bit impotent as his teammates both fall.
That was actually a really nice play, and now the Earthshaker, who was like top lane farming, has decided to join the Goon Squad, you know, running around together killing people. So they're like so much stronger at this point. I feel like OG were like losing some heroes here and there because Jerax was like kind of committed to the top lane, trying to farm his Blink Dagger. But now that he's like joined up with his team, those kills are just not possible for Liquid.
And just allowing Jerax to get Thompson looking for more, although he's a little bit glitched on there, but finding, wow, so much damage. So much damage. Seb, using these Wrath of Natures absolutely perfectly, which it feels like a weird thing to say. Wrath of Nature, you don't really see it as one of these spells which is tricky to use, but he seems to always be getting that last jump onto them and counting the units as he goes or something. Meanwhile, Miracle still just doing his best to farm up here. He's kind of keeping up with the main pack of the OG heroes, but Anna quite a bit ahead, because she's just had full space this game. She's had roam of this entire area, but that's what happens when you take this jungle. Meanwhile, Jerax goes down, but there should be KuroKy falling here, though he's got a lot of lockdowns. They're going to need a +1. Actually, he drops the snakes for this one as well, but in comes the heal just to save off the damage, and Seb with a smash in the back from behind. Matsu's still hanging around here. Seb needs to get himself out, I think, as GH comes over as well, but Anna wrapping around the back here. Mind Control runs forward, and there's a nice ultimate, going to lock down 3 inside of it. Venoman's taking a lot of damage, and Anna coming in from the back, but there's the Venom ulti coming through. They need to control up Mind King. They can't let Epicenter go off, and they certainly will not. They're just chasing him down. Mind Control getting harried by illusions. Miracle's coming in though. He's going to get the kill onto No-Tail. That's actually the first kill of this fight as No-Tail falls. I'm trying to TP out of this one. Thanks to poison, but will escape. Matsu going to go down. Thompson needs to find his way out of this one. He's carrying a big kill streak, which he can't give up to Miracle right now. He does have that tree dance there. Finds his way out.
Died in the fountain.
Oh my god. And Seth now in the trees, also going to be finished off. Liquid find 3 huge kills here. They don't get the Monkey King, but they get Anna and they get Seth as well.
Yeah, that was actually huge. I mean, they took the fight right after the Earthshaker died, so like OG was, you know, without the Shaker for a very long time, and I feel like he's the most important hero to their team fights right now, so maybe they need to decide to like try to fight while the Earthshaker is alive and avoid fights without him. Because losing Naga there is pretty big in matchups where it's like TB versus Naga Siren.
Monkey finding GH here. They're still hanging around in this bottom lane, reveling in their victory, maybe a little bit too long as Jerax and Thompson closing the gap here. They're even going to throw down the X-Slam, just try and secure this kill. Wukong's used, slightly questionably. Doesn't find the distance there. GH just about surviving as Kuroki turns around, but there's a Wrath of Nature, going to finish it off, and yep, Profit TPing into the backlands here. They'll get the second onto Kuroki. Mind Control, hovering in the trees. He's got a blink dagger there, so it should be okay. And Seth doesn't even care. He just wants to get this tower down. He knows this. He's all about the objectives right now.
Now he's got the blink dagger on the Shaker. So, oh, yeah, he found him! He found the Shaker. So they can't set up
both strike out, so yeah.
The defense anymore, so they're just gonna secure this tower now.
Yeah. No SK lingering in the tree line. Well, they're going to fortify for it, and then the double TP in. Liquid saying, no, you are not taking this tower, but the Winter's Curse going to come through onto Matsuman here just to allow OG to clear themselves away. Delta split. Oh, Mind Control goes for the stun. Doesn't quite make it, and that means No-Tail gets out as well. So a full disengage, successful from OG. A tactical retreat. Exemplary there.
And Miracle has actually closed the gap between him and Ana now. With that one death that Ana had earlier where he couldn't farm close during that time. Yeah, that's really big. This game is building up to be something very interesting. Both carries are insanely farmed and they can actually kill heroes quickly, so.
Yeah, I feel like we've had a lot of skirmishes across the map this entire game, non-stop, as everybody's trying to make space for that big carry, and then when these guys arrive to the fight, it is gonna kick off.
Yeah, and we should note that the last fight they won bottom also was with the Earthshaker in the team fight. So every single fight where OG took without the Earthshaker, they pretty much lost someone. But whenever Earthshaker is there, it was really easy for them to come out ahead. Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was looking for Kuroki. He's just going to get killed from the Naga illusions here under the tower. That never feels good. And now he's just going to song himself to get himself away.
Perfect. Just make it so safe. You know, every time you make people TP to try and save his position 5s, they're always making space. So OG is going to be able to just
push us. Killing the 5 position and TPing away. Yeah. Forcing TPs from Liquid. That's a whole galaxy right there.
They know that Naga TP back to base, so they're going to try and smoke up and see get a fight on the bottom boundary. Maybe they can get like a pick off and try to chain that to something else. And OG has the same exact idea. They're trying to smoke up to the top boundary. These two teams, when you're just so good that you're almost copying each other because you know exactly the most efficient play at the time. There's Seb also pushing in the trees. This is the difference though. I think OG's push is probably better. I don't know, it's pretty close actually. One team has the Enigma, one team has the Prophet. One team has... It's a lot easier for OG to keep back heroes to defend, so I think Liquid are a bit more afraid of like trying to commit to push it. They're gonna need to be worried about Wyvern ulti, Earthshaker, Echo Slam, Monkey King setting up with his ult, so it's not so easy for Liquid to just commit and just go high ground or something. Yeah, gotta get picked. No, they find him once again, the Sand King with the Burrow Strike, but it's not enough to save his life. Killed off by Jerax. They're looking at Roshan now. In fact, I say they're looking at Roshan. Roshan's nearly dead. Seb actually has this medallion of courage with the Crimson Guard as well. This Crimson Guard, a really valuable item to pick up this game actually versus the illusions of Miracle and those Eidolons as well, and the snakes. There's lots and lots of instances of damage coming in. Oh, he actually got sprouted, but follow-up. Rookie with the Invis rune. They actually... Did they see him there? He was close to really want to hunt him down. He's not going to have meta up when the fight develops. So it is not actually good. Looking at the backlines though, Matu, if they can bring him down before he gets this ultimate, that would be the dream. Turning it around, and now the Gale comes out and with poison over as well. But we're trying to finish him off with the Thunder. Miracle saving his homie, and this is going to be Thompson probably falling, although he's got the Aegis, so it's not that big a deal. But they just don't want to use it for absolutely nothing, but they will be forced to. Meanwhile, they're actually got Jerax here. Health's on the backline. They're going to sing up, but that's not going to be enough to save Jerax. This is looking bad for OG. They really want to stay and finish off the kill into Kuroki here, but it's all going to cost them. The illusions will probably do the job, but
not before the wards come out. Ana needs to get himself out. He's actually stuck between the tree and the ward. Needs to break that one to get himself away. Meanwhile, Matu being chased down by Thompson. He's going to get probably killed by himself. The black hole on the backlines. It's just onto the Nature's Prophet. Nick, we're just trying to control up backlines as Matu does fall. Now, mind control. Burrow strike through onto 2, but Thompson here to try and ward them off. Keeping them off. 7 Noto who are low on HP, and they're just going to ward throughout the Winter's Curse. Allow Thompson to get this 1 kill with a blink. What a juke from mind control. Still keeping himself alive with those 3 stacks of Jingu. Can't afford to let Thompson get close to him. Thompson and mind control playing it around. A Burrow strike through. Mind control keeping himself alive, but there's a Boundless strike and needs to get in close. He's actually let the Jingu run out though, so it's really tricky for Thompson to get this kill, especially when the Sandstorm comes out and Thompson's got no sight. Meanwhile, they're still chasing GH. GH with the long run away, but Jerax does come in. I think he TP'd to the middle tower there. A long engagement. And they're turning it around. Mind control, he's not done with Thompson here. He's trying to turn this one around. They're both on low HP. The fight between these 2 heroes is never ending. 2 gods of Dota fighting it out. And Seb says no. I am the only god here. That was such... And now he actually knocks Thompson on the tree as well. Oh my god, what an end to that fight actually. That's just ridiculous. The Wukong comes down now too, and some trouble here. Walking around the edge here actually, the tree blocking him in, but he's gonna be able to get himself out, so we'll live to fight another day. 7 Thompson.
That was like a 3-minute long fight.
Goodness.
But in the end, I think OG only lost Earthshaker, but Liquid lost all 4 of their heroes apart from the Terrorblade. And the reason why I was thinking like that fight was not so good is because the Metamorph was running out, and TB did the last move before he left, which was Thunder the Venomancer, which kind of like saved him, but it also baited his team into like thinking they can keep on fighting. And OG had like all five of their heroes still be able to cast their spells and have their cooldowns up, so it ended with Liquid falling even further behind in this game. TB though is like still high up there, keeping up with the Naga Siren, but everybody else is kind of falling behind to their counterparts. Yeah, that's basically been the moral of this game, isn't it? So Liquid has basically just been tanking the ganks and just trying to take these skirmishes so that they get the pressure off their Terrorblade. It's all about that balance. How much is it going to cost them, and will Miracle come through? He's done it so many times before, it's hard to doubt him, but against a squad as strong as OG, it certainly becomes difficult. He now picks up this Skadi. But yeah, as you say, that was an absolutely incredible play to, you know, he knew his Metamorphosis was running out, so last play he makes, Thunder up the Venom, because he knows he's not going to be a factor in this fight, so you can just kind of sacrifice your ability to go into the fight by giving away all your health to Matu and then just clearing himself away. But yeah, really interesting engagement there. Good OG did come out on top. A smoke. Oh no, Thompson? But there's a Winter's Curse. Oh, turning it around onto the Venomancer here, almost finishing him off of the Wrath of Nature. Actually jumps through. They're going to throw down the song just to kind of re-evaluate where they actually want to go for this fight, and they just flat out block out the Terrorblade. They are trying to get themselves out. OG not interested. And this is the thing, right? He pops the Metamorphosis and they just run away from him. Exactly. He has got the Arcane Rune this time though. Yeah, that's going to help a lot because the Arcane Rune is like it's only going to be like a 50-second downtime after the meta goes out, so they get a pretty important tier 1 tower, and there's no Roshan up right now, so OG don't really have like a play to make after this, and they're going to
actually found Jerax though. He was trying to get a sneaky wraparound, but they were aware as the ward spots him out, Plague Ward, and unable to blink away. Jerax will fall.
That was a really impressive play from Liquid.
Yeah, meta now does run out, so maybe their ability to fight is a little bit limited. But they're on the board, stopping to turn around. With the Wukong, the last 2 inside of it, but the force back. Jerax going back into this one. He wants to make the play. The Echo Slam on the back line's going to hold to him. Can they kill him off before he gets up and thunder? No, he cannot. The black hole comes in from a response there. Miracle back up to full HP. The Wrath of Nature ripping through, doing a lot of work. Kuroki is still in the backlines. He just turns around with a shackle. The Hollow still. Meanwhile, GH is found in the trees. Now Kuroki brought down by Seb. It is a victory for OG, but actually, Matu's coming back in. He's like, he wants to take this one. Burst strike through some mind control as well. Up in the trees. No tail has fallen. Jumping into Matu will eventually go down, and now Liquid really do need to clear themselves away. They at least get a buyback from No-Tail, but I mean, it's not a big deal if mind control is getting ripped apart, and the net connects as well. I don't think he's getting out of this one as they make the connection. Mind control will be slain in the river. Ana finds himself a triple kill. A huge fight for OG, and another really messy engagement from Liquid. Once again, just playing around this Metamorphosis, not very well.
Yeah, I don't think Miracle actually want to commit into that also, but like Liquid seem to have just ran their heroes in, and they don't really have a lot of mobility on Liquid side, so it's not easy for them to like get out of a fight once they've committed to a fight. So maybe if they waited like 50 seconds for that next meta, it would have been so easy for them to execute. And they should have realized that, you know, Earthshaker might have buyback. The only reason why they ran up there is because they know that the Earthshaker is dead. If he didn't have buyback, that would have been beautiful for Liquid, but, you know, gambling in a game like this, probably not the best case scenario for Liquid. They did not play it safe, let's just say that.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to
play it safe.
They're not taking fights where the odds are in their favors. They're taking fights where the odds are against them and trying to roll the dice, maybe. Yeah,
they're like samurai warriors, you know, they don't care. They'll just fight you, and then, you know, they know they're reviving, so I'll look.
You're watching too much anime, sir.
So I think we saw the power of him when he was able to just pop his meta and just hit buildings. Like, OG cannot actually commit to him. He's very tanky, and the Naga doesn't actually do a lot of damage to him either, because it's all physical damage, right, that she does?
Yeah, 42 armor.
Has like, yeah, exactly, 42 armor.
75% physical resist. I mean, even the Riptide's not going to be enough.
Exactly, the Riptide does like 5 damage to him or something ridiculous, so he's not gonna feel any pressure from Naga Siren at least. Every time meta's up, they go to a tower. It's like you're forcing OG to come back, but they're not actually stopping you from taking the tower. They can only, you know, slow you down a little bit. So OG is like doing a really good job at fighting around the meta timings, but Liquid just needs to step it up in terms of not like having more discipline and backing off when the meta's cooldown and baiting OG in.
Yeah, it seems to be a really good matchup with Naga with the Terrorblade. I've seen it go badly before, but OG is certainly playing it well, as you say, just using that song and the Fisher and all their equipment to just kind of disengage every time this Metamorphosis is used, and finding Miracle in these unfavorable positions. But how long can they keep that going? Will Liquid eventually find a fight with the Metamorphosis? I can't help but feel that they probably will one day.
Yeah, I think they're not too concerned about finding a fight. If they just go in front of a tower, they can maybe force OG to fight them there. But
Matu in some trouble, Thompson closing the gap. They got the fissure as well. Matu force stuffing himself away, turning around with the Gale, but there's no chance here. Matu's going down.
That was a bit of a out of position. He's not having a good game either. He's only level 14. Bottom half of the net worth.
Yeah, it's been rough. It's been really rough.
Yeah, but like this Terrorblade is like an absolute. The only thing that can actually kill him is like the Monkey King's ulti with the Maelstrom procs, because it's all magical damage from that.
Right.
They can get like chain disables on the Terrorblade because he's not going BKB, right? He went fully for stat build and tanking up, so they do have some chances to be able to kill him. That situation, but the Enigma is soon gonna have BKB as well, so that's gonna be really good for Liquid. I feel like the later this game goes, it does benefit Liquid till the time like Monkey King has like 6 slots and he can.
Monty gets popped though. Top's actually just running into everybody here. A beautiful Winter's Curse coming down onto Enigma, but it's actually just not good enough because Miracle's might near. But there comes the aggro time to follow up as well. It's a lot of damage they have, and they'll take out those 3 heroes. The Miracle is coming in the backline. Can't really seem to do enough here. Anna coming in behind here. He's got to be careful. Miracle's doing a lot of damage. They can't lose control of the buybacks from Liquid come in. Matu is dropped though. OG is still taking more kills. No Tail finally going to be the first casualty for OG. That's the top joke already. Thompson. Oh, the save from Anna. He could TP himself away once again. The disengages from OG proving so valuable in this match.
Yeah, so that ward they have on the mid lane, if you can see it there, that's the thing that saw all the heroes like box break, and then Wyvern got the 3-man ulti into the Wukong command, into the Earthshaker Echo Slam. That was really nice by OG. But if they get the Aegis here, that's gonna be big for Liquid.
He's got the trees, he knows exactly what's up. He's also got the side of Vice as well to jump in with. Liquid, I think they're going to show the respect here against the way. Oh, they caught Thompson, they knocked down his tree, he's in some real trouble right now. He said alright as he's getting beaten down. The stun comes in, he turns around and tries to do something here, maybe a boundless strike, but it's just not going to happen for him. That's his 10 kill streak gone, and 884 gold going to GH. But more importantly, it opens up the opportunity to take Roshan, or at least force the MK buyback by trying to do so. And Miracle, he is straight in there like a dog to a bone. They want to bring down Roshan, and Matu going to be throwing down these players on the high ground as well to make it as hard as possible. It doesn't look like OG are going to respond to this one. They're trying to find their way, but no one's going. Jerax, he's got the blink dagger. He won't do anything here. That's going to be Liquid, not the Aegis.
That's huge, because OG really needed that Aegis for themselves to like give it to the Naga and let her go in and fight and not be afraid of black hole or anything like that. So now they don't have that, and Liquid have it instead. So it's gonna be very difficult for them to kill this Terrorblade. Like they already couldn't kill Terrorblade in the last fight, and he was just standing there hitting people. So it's gonna be impossible for them to kill him right now. My only concern for Liquid is that they need to kind of calm down with their other heroes and like have better positioning, because OG's aim is only to kill the Veno, the Shaman, the Enigma. They're not gonna try to focus on Miracle whatsoever, so they can use Miracle like a bait and use his body to like push towers and things like that and position themselves better. So Miracle can also have a better angle to take good team fights as well.
Yeah, playing around Miracle. What's new for Liquid, hey? But he's minor illusion. Really kind of being annoying, but not for Miracle though. He's got half the nature damage though. This big tanky Terrorblade, who is big enough to say it's impossible to kill, he's actually brought down below half HP by Rather Nature and just by these Naga illusions smacking him up a bit.
Yeah, maybe their idea should be like they can try to burn all.
He just wants to try and get the cheeky Aegis pick off here, but that's not going to happen. He just bounces back away to the tree.
Oh, he's under the real Naga.
Naga. How did he find that? Another black hole comes in from GH to hold her still. Ana just dies in the middle lane. That's, how did he find the real one?
I have no idea what just happened.
I can only imagine that he was trying to get the illusion because he just wanted his health back. He knew he was going to die if he didn't sunder something, and it's like, oh, I got the real one. Neat. Meanwhile, they've got No-Tail on the backlines here. I don't think No-Tail's going to be getting it out of this one, but Thompson wants to come in and try and save the day. And they actually got the Kuroki, and this guy on the backlines isn't looking too healthy either. That's going to be GH going down. Sand King health still also not done. OG just ripping through the backlines. There's a triple kill. But Martu comes in with the ultimate poison over. They're just going to throw the Echo Slam down onto the Venomancer because Jax knows he's dead. All the same. Thompson chasing. There comes that cheese from Martu. Martu though, it's not looking too great for the Venomancer. He's going to get his grapes picked by Thompson. It's an
actually, that was freaking beautiful by OG. Like, you know why they did that? It's because the Naga doesn't have buyback. So if they let Liquid just walk up the high ground and let the TB hit, they're gonna lose Raxus for sure. Maybe even 2 sets, because they're all gonna stand behind Terrorblade. So what they decided is they're gonna go to the back line, try to like, you know, bait Liquid into one of their heroes or whatever and not follow the Terrorblade. Then they started this fight in this small little jungle area over here, and they killed 4 heroes, and they also bought enough time for the Naga to revive, and they didn't even lose a single piece of building or anything, any objectives at all.
Yeah, keeping their objectives intact. OG with a miraculous recovery from losing Ana there.
I mean, that's why they're the TIA champions, right? Like,
yeah,
they think about things like that, where like trying to fight 4 versus 5, a really good position on the map before Liquid can set up.
Yeah, they know they can get away with it. Meanwhile, Kuro's in the high ground here, but he puts that high ground ward, which is going to see Thompson up on the trees here. I think this could be trouble for Seb, as he's really tanky on this Nature's Prophet though. He's got the Soul Crest, he's got the Crimson Guard, he's got the Hex. It's going to take a long time to bring down Seb, but Seb's just going to have to sit here and wait for death. Finally, they finish him off, and Miracle getting himself yet another kill. How big can the Terrorblade get before they actually have to fight him? Like, the entire game has just been walking around Miracle, and where was he for this fight down here, by the way? Like, when did he actually come into the fight?
He was actually in the mid lane. Like, she was trying to push the high ground, then he saw his team getting jumped, so he was like running in, but he's so slow that he actually couldn't meet, so meet up with the team fight. So it already, like, the fight already ended, and then like the NP was sprouting himself and delaying for the TB from killing anything. So like I said earlier, like, Liquid just need to follow this Terrorblade. If they play behind him, it's like OG cannot run past him to kill everybody. So
whoa.
Oh, this is a really nice pick off.
The Winter's Curse used onto GH here, but yeah, he's got no TP. He's just trying to buy himself some time, trying to make some space here with his death. It's somewhat useful, but maybe dropping here. Miracle just finding the kills. Every time they get close to him, he does pick somebody off. He's got queued up. Yeah, I was looking at that earlier.
Yeah, he's got the Rapier. He knows he's not dying at all. He doesn't even have a BKB. He's not even afraid that he can just be like stun locked or something right now. He's just gonna go and buy this Rapier, and they're just gonna go in front of OG's base and be like, come at me, you know?
Yeah.
Hit the Raxus.
He's not afraid to sit on the front lines here. He hasn't been all game, and it's certainly not going to start now. And, well, there's your Aegis ticking away. So won't have that here, but he's stuck on the high ground a little bit here. BKB out from top zone. Take the fight to them here as Notel runs forwards, but Miracle actually finds the 4-staff down into the low ground.
That pike.
Value pike.
That's actually beautiful.
Meanwhile, Nana getting busy in the middle lane. Yeah, Kuroki also going to get picked up on the runaway here. Not the best disengages. Matu coming in, really wants to get the dive back onto No-Tail, and with that ultimate will be able to do so. There's not a whole lot he can do about that one, but we have the Rapier pickup. Miracle is tired of playing around. He wants to take the fight to OG. He's getting himself a ridiculous amount of damage, hitting for over 6.
Oh, they're both hard again.
Out Meta and taken down from the tree from Monkey King. He's just going to get eaten alive by Miracle and turning godlike right now. Seth trying to get his way out of this one, but the Burrow Strike is going to find him inside those trees, and the artillery cannon that is Miracle is just going to go to work and dismantling these OG.
They have no waves. They have no waves yet. Can't go to the high ground.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? The backdoor protection, it doesn't matter. The Fortify comes through. How long do we have left on Metamorphosis? It's about 20 seconds here, but they just rip through the back door. Miracle, he doesn't give a shit. He's just tearing through, but they're also taking the base on the side of OG. They've taken 2 towers, they've taken a barrack, they're trying to play around with GH here. Meanwhile, Miracle going to work, still beating through the backline. Gonna TP himself in as GH actually goes to the black hole. They're trying to cope him still, and Miracle makes his way back, and they will come into this fight and blow up Jerax, and it looks like Seb's gonna go down as well. Ana's the one in trouble. He pops that ultimate and trying to TP himself away. Should be successful in doing so. But was that a dieback on Seb? It certainly was dead for 110 seconds. This game is absolutely nuts. They take parts of each other's base right now as Liquid just tear through the high ground backdoor protection, and OG just go in deep with a global presence. This is mad.
That was actually the perfect call from Miracle. He took the Rex and then he TP'd back. Like some players, maybe they would have just went straight for the throne or something because there's no heroes there. But he definitely needs to just secure his teammates, like keep them alive, and then go together once again with his next meta. Or he doesn't even need meta. He can just walk up and hit the high ground as he is, and he's gonna take another objective. And OG actually didn't get any Raxes for that split push trying to do. They just they got the range. Yeah, they got the range and they got the tier 3 on the top. First thing of importance.
Oh, the ultimate Matum, and then just gets ripped apart by a teammate. Whose Rapier is this anyway? Yeah,
not like this. Oh no, now the NP's like death timer is completely wasted for Liquid. Since,
yeah, they do not want to buy back on Natu.
At this point, like, you don't want to risk anything if you're Liquid. Like, you know you got this game. This game is yours. Like, this Terrorblade is unkillable at the moment, so you just need to like have 5 heroes and just play around him and keep him alive and just like cast your spells properly. But Venomancer kind of got out of position there and getting ulted.
Has fallen.
Come on, Anna. Let's see it. Let's see it queued up. She's actually bought out the buyback in order to get this this Bloodthorn, I think was the last item. Haven't really been keeping too much track on Naga's items, but this is interesting.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's good against the butterfly of the TB and
True Strike, yeah.
Good, like for her to be able to solo kill all the heroes on. I mean, they do have like a Yules, Reeves, but
yeah, especially because like these illusion heroes really don't like building MKB, especially Naga Siren, because so much of the damage comes from the illusions and just don't benefit from it. But if you can get that Bloodthorn, then the illusions will be hitting that hero, so it's a really good solution to the evasion.
Yeah, it also gives them crit, so it's
pretty neat. Lana, once again, just kind of occupying it. I wonder how long he's spent in this game up here at top. It's cool to see a heat map or something, because he's just been constantly pushing out this this top waves for the last kind of 10 minutes of the game, trying to stay safe whilst doing so.
So who has buybacks and doesn't? So Naga needs gold for buyback, and Wyvern NP buybacks are on cooldown. And this Enigma is about to hit his Lincolns. So what GH is probably thinking right now is if he black holes the Nature's Prophet, or even the Winter Wyvern, and they get a kill on that, they can like secure a 4 versus 5 fight right after that. That's what they want to do. They want to like outnumber the opponent this late in the game. These buybacks, like being on cooldown, is a really big deal for OG. Because those heroes need to play very safe and understand like they're going to be the targets of the...
Yeah, but you know, playing safe doesn't really fit into OG's agenda very well most of the time. Look at this net worth graph as well. How often do we see it at 41 minutes into the game and there is no net worth advantage? Less than 1k for Liquid right now. Absolutely berserk as we are going into this game.
I think this is the first time Liquid even got an advantage, right, in net worth.
Yes, absolutely.
Got their way. Oh, Miracle! His team is not ready behind him, but OG is also not yet ready. Naga Siren is not in position.
Yeah, extending a little bit too far out there, but OG unable to find the punish. Marty's actually in the trees here. I wonder what he's looking for. His team? Oh, lining up behind him under the cover of smoke.
They just want to play around mid and push out this wave so that they can play for the Roshan area, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is going to come down to a rush now, and Seb is just going to keep on pushing bottom non-stop. They're pinging out this bottom lane. It's very dangerous. And the moment that one hero shows bottom, they might just start the Roshan, because they really want to like split up Liquid before they can take a team fight on OG's side. And this is like the best scenario for OG to make their way back into this game right now. They need like someone to mess up on Liquid's end and go bottom, but they're sending the right hero. It's going to be the Sanking with a boost of travel, so they can always have 5 heroes together around the mid lane.
This Arcane Rune for now going to help us spam out those illusions a little bit easier. Also taking off the Terrorblade as well, very important. Man, a late game team fight with these two giants of Dota facing up against each other. Ana Naga Siren, Miracle on the Terrorblade with a Rapier. And don't forget these legendary 4 positions as well. GH on the Enigma, ready to roll. Jarek's on the Earthshaker, also ready to throw in. I can't handle it. It's gonna be insane.
And here's the Enigma Black Hole. It's going to be uncancelable at this point since he has the Lincoln Sphere to stop the Winter Wyvern Earth from breaking his Black Hole, so can look forward to that in the team fight as well.
He's under the Invis rune.
Yeah. Oh, he messed up. He just misclicked. Very nice.
Very nice. Miracle. That's a yikes from me. That's a 10-second BKB down the drain for Miracle. That could have been a fantastic turning point for them to just, you know, even if they didn't quite swat out the BKB immediately, an opportunity for Liquid. But maybe it's a bait. Maybe they're just trying to bait in the Lincoln Spear reveal.
I very much doubt that.
Come on, man. I'm just trying to stick up for my boy.
So let's think about like GH, right? Like I'm sure OG by now know that he has a Lincoln. So how can they avoid this black hole from pretty much destroying their team? They need to try and pop it. They need to try and open up the fight with the Wukong's command so that the Enigma can't simply just blink in and black hole. Because if he black holes in the Wukong's command, like he's gonna die during the duration of the black hole, right? So that's probably the best way for OG to try and take it to them. Or if they can somehow find GH and like stun him or break his Lincolns, something like that first, which I highly doubt is gonna happen. GH is a player and is gonna have perfect position. Haste. The best way is they open up the fight and they get this Wukong's command out and try to like fight around that area, and if they fail, then GH is gonna get a perfect black hole right after that. If not, then definitely win clash. Or maybe Naga just uses sleep and runs in and finds the Enigma. That's also possible.
It's an option as well, but then you don't have the sleep to disengage from the Terrorblade when he pops this Metamorphosis, and also now the BKB, which obviously won't slow him down, but will allow you to play around him a little bit and just maybe focus him down in the fight. What do you think that's what they do when the BKB gets popped? They song and just try and focus Miracle?
I don't even know if they can kill him if his BKB
the thing, right?
popped. I think he's gonna kill everyone instead.
5-on-1, and I'm still kind of thinking, well, Miracle might have that one.
Yeah, I think the best thing to do is just Miracle. Oh, Miracle, don't walk in there, buddy.
Jesus, he very nearly killed Matu, just a little step closer.
I think they might want to just Winter Curse Terrorblade, but now that it's on cooldown, it's going to be much easier. Oh, they're just going to go in, and here it is.
Thompson is there with the Wukong. It actually catches out GH as well. He's held still in the backlines and doing a lot of help in this one. Miracle trying to come forward. They're just trying to control him up. Mindstone actually comes to but isn't able to jump in. They've got Seb on the front. He's going to be at least 1 kill for them as Thompson jumps in, trying to bring down the Turfman here, trying to stop him getting that Prism Rush, so allows team to come into this fight, and there it goes. Poison Nova is popped. Meanwhile, the song being used just to hold them still. GH actually got that black hole cancelled by something there, I think. It is on cooldown. Meanwhile, Bow Strike up onto the high ground. Ana held still. They're bad. They need to find a way to get him out of this one, but they're running out of spells to use. Help him out from the low ground. Miracle just doing a ton of damage. Ana forced back to the shrine, still taking hit after hit. The net comes out. They're chasing hard. Ana, there comes a cold embrace trying to save him, but this allows Liquid to get in a better position. The Bow Strike comes through, and the damage from Miracle is way too much. Ana's gonna fall. Buyback immediately. Seb, he's in, trying to get that rat play, but mind control is back. They're not going to lose anything right now. Meanwhile, Boundless Fisher, the Boundless Strike as well. He's actually going in here. Thompson, the absolute madman, jumping in deep, and they're going to get torn apart. Seb on the backlines as well, trying to just bring down the Terrorblade some way, somehow to get himself slanted up. They'll still slide. He's jamming. There comes the echo time. He's enough to bring anybody down. They're trying to find down Terrorblade. They will be able to find that kill. And down goes Kuroki as well. OG finally managed to turn this fight around, but the buybacks coming in from Liquid. No one is willing to give up Roshan just yet. Notel makes it back to the base. Where are our buybacks? There's not many left.
Ana ran away with the rapier. He's got it.
He's got it. Rapier recovered on the big hero.
Oh my
carry has it.
That was actually so perfect. Like,
and they go, they don't want to fight just straight away. Going on to the edge here, trying to bring up Jarex. Jarex getting really low, and I think the tick damage will be enough to finish him off. It certainly will, but now Fan King takes up on the front line. Do they have enough damage to finish him off? He actually pops a ghost up to try and get himself away, and it will help him do so with the Bow Strike out of the trees. Liquid gets back to his side of the river, so a quick assassination attempt onto Jarex. He does buy back into this one, and again, Roshan still doesn't belong to anybody. The bone of contention for this entire game. It's all coming down to this right now, and Anu is now into the pit. He has the rapier.
Again, also, Seb is still split pushing down there.
Yeah, they want to just force someone back right now.
Level
As they jump in, Mind Control jumps in, only catches out Illusions. GH following up with the Midnight Pulse as well. I mean, there's 38 seconds until the next black hole. It's a timing which OG need to work around.
Oh, Mind Control, I think TP back to bottom. He's got boosted travels though, so they need to really push his bottom lane out. Like, the last fight, the moment Seb died, he popped back, he instantly TP bottom, started pressuring bottom. And then Fanky needed to TP back to, like, defend the racks. So they made Liquid fight 4 versus 5. That was, like, the most beautiful way that OG could have used.
It does mean the Aegis goes into the hands of Thompson. He actually picks up the refresher shots, and Mind Control just runs in and grabs the cheese. I don't know, Aegis for him, as Thompson's the one taking all this damage. Look at it coming through onto him. Notel on the high ground as well, being controlled up a little bit here. He's actually going to get finished off. Thompson comes back immediately, popping that BKB, just trying to get himself out. He's realizing there's no time for him to TP, and in there goes the Sand King. Oh no, pressure, and there's a black hole. They've got Ana, but cancelled up immediately by Jarek. There's no BKB from GH to just run out there, and Ana now being beaten down. This is going to be the rapier back in the hands of Miracle. He reclaims it. Thompson as well picked off. This might be it for OG. Liquid, they fight into the Aegis and somehow come out victorious. As Seb just trying to push out again and again. They don't have any creeps that they've proved before, but they just don't need them.
Wow,
is this it?
That was actually incredible. Like, Liquid fighting into that, even though, you know, they're being pressured, that was perfect. Because if they don't take that fight and they just let OG get out of that situation with the Aegis, I don't think they would have been able to control this game anymore. So they know, like, that's the one time where OG is going to be sitting in one area and you know where they are. You can always just go in there, catch them in that pulse, cast it down, try to kill them. Oh, in the back, Seb can't do anything.
Yeah, he's just trying to split waves, make some space. Doesn't have buyback either. Now it's just gonna be Jerax. Looking rather unlikely right now as Liquid may get towards this tier 4s. Jerax means he could get a kind of big black hole he wants to, trying to find the creeps here. 9 controllers on top of him with the Yule Scepter. It's all over, I think, as they kind of catch out Jerax here. The tier 4s under attack now from Miracle here, and there's that GG being called. Game number 1 goes to Liquid in a thrilling 50-minute game, backwards and forwards for Holder OG, and they were ahead for such a long time, but Miracle holding in. Liquid trust in Miracle, and that trust does end up in them